Yes, hello friends. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, hi Pratap, Ravi Teja, Rahan, Mahek, Jay Shakti, Shivani, Rukmini, Mari, Namaskaram, Chanchal, Hamam, Anisha, Ranganath, Shantanu, Sumir, Priyanshu, everyone, Lok Mudra. Good afternoon, Abhinandan. So, guys, like every time, I will begin today's session with question and answers. Okay? I'll be asking you 5 important questions. Apart from these questions, you have to answer them very fast. Thanks a lot, Ravi Teja. So you have to answer them very fast. Okay. Now, my first question to you guys is, which among the following Mughal dynasty rulers assumed the title Zinda Peer, or he was called as Zinda Peer? Yes. Very good, very good, very good, very good, everyone. Aurangzeb is the correct answer. Lokesh, Abhijit, Preksha, Shantanu, Hamam, Prarthana, Ranganath, Sadwik, Harish. Okay, very good, everyone. Mari, also Alamgir. Very good. Rob. Second question. I've told that or during the time of Aurangzeb, there was a script that got popularized. What was the name of that script? Yes. Fast. Very good. First one to answer was Priyanshu. Okay. Dhairya, Sadwik, Padum, Rishi, Shweta, Jatin, Snehal. Very good, everyone. Param. Answer is Nastaliq script. My third question. Like the third question is specifically, who among the following Navratnas of Akbar, okay, he wrote a book called as Ain-e-Akbari. Yes. Who wrote this book called as Ain-e-Akbari or Akbarnama? Very good, Rahan. Very good. Abul Fazl, Lop Mudra, Pratap, Abhijit, Mehak, Jay Shakti, Preksha, Adarsh. Very good. Fourth question. Which Mughal dynasty ruler, sorry, I've told you that Akbar had married initially Mehrunisa with one of his Iranian commanders. What was the name of the Iranian commander of Bengal? Yes. Later on, he was being killed by Jahangir. Yes, yes. Very good, Sadwik. Sadwik was the first to answer, followed by Pratap, Lokesh, Padum, Dhairya. It is Sher Afghan. Very good, Sher Afghan. And the last question is, who gifted the famous Kohinoor diamond to Shah Jahan? Yes. Who gifted the famous Kohinoor diamond to Shah Jahan? It is not Mir Ghulam, Priyanshu, it is Mir Jumla. Yes, very good, everyone. Snehal, Madhav, Amisha, Pratap, Shweta, Jatin, Prarthana, Abhijit. Very good. Now, guys, let's continue with. Did I speak about the administration of the what we say Delhi Sultanate? Yes. Did I speak about the administration of Delhi Sultanate previously? No. Okay. So, guys, let's speak about the administration of Delhi Sultanate in short. We have seen the Mauryan administration. We have seen the administration of Guptas. Similarly, the administration, okay, similarly, the administration here is also in similar manner. Okay, just the terminologies are changing. What did we observe in the Mauryan Empire? King or Swami was at the apex of the administration. King or Swami was assisted in performance of his duties by council of ministers. And these council of ministers were headed by a Pradhan Mantri. Correct? So, in very simple words, what happened here? King was at the apex of the administration. Similarly, here as well. Here at the apex of the administration is king, and king is referred as Sultan. Now, there is a council of ministers to aid and advise the Sultan in performance of his duties. These council of ministers are referred as precisely Majlis-e-Khalwat. I repeat, these council of ministers are referred as Majlis-e-Khalwat. So some or the other one is going to head Majlis-e-Khalwat, correct? So the prime minister who is heading the council of minister or Majlis-e-Khalwat was referred as Naib. Okay. Guys, if you remember slave dynasty, I've talked about different rulers of the slave dynasty. And I've told you about Balban as well. Now, prior to Balban was Nasiruddin Mahmud. Now, many historians believe that Nasiruddin Mahmud sat on the throne for 19 years but never ruled. Why? Because the actual rule or the actual, what we say, administration was being taken care of by his Naib or minister, whose name was Balban. Correct? So what is Balban? Balban in simple word is prime minister who is going to head the council of minister, referred as Majlis-e-Khalwat. Okay? So specifically, the first to assume the title of Sultan was Mahmud of Ghazni. Now let's go back. Muhammad bin Qasim, he was the first Muslim invader of India, and it is mentioned in a book called as Fateh-Nama Sindh or Chachnama. After Muhammad bin Qasim comes Mahmud of Ghazni. He was the ruler of Ghaznavi, the dynasty ruling in Afghanistan. Mahmud of Ghazni had conducted more than 17 raids in India, and his major raid was at Somnath Temple in Gujarat. The major purpose of his raids in India was to plunder India. He never ever had the intention to make India as its home. Correct? Mahmud of Ghazni, he was the first to assume the title of Sultan. He was followed by Muhammad Ghori. And Muhammad Ghori had left two slaves in India. One among them was Qutubuddin Aibak, who laid the foundation of Ghulam Vansh or slave dynasty. So from here onwards, the ruler started assuming the titles of Sultan. Okay? So at the apex of the administration, we have Sultan. Now, Sultan was assisted in performance of his duties by Council of Ministers. And these Council of Ministers are referred as Majlis-e-Khalwat. Okay? Majlis-e-Khalwat is headed by Prime Minister. Prime Minister is referred as Naib. Got the points? Very simple language, very simple words. Naib is acting as a channel of communication between Sultan on one side and Council of Minister referred as Majlis-e-Khalwat on the other side. Modern administration, we have seen that there were different departments. Similarly, here as well, there are different departments and head of these departments. Okay, let's have a look at them. First is Diwan-e-Arz department. And the credit for creation of Diwan-e-Arz department, it goes to Balban. If you remember. Yes, guys. I've told you that at that time, Wazir was given dual responsibility. The first responsibility of Wazir was to take care of the defense or military. And the second, what we say, responsibility or duty of Wazir was to take care of the finances. But as soon as Balban assumed power, he came to throne, it is believed that Balban, he separated or diluted the power of Wazir. So he established Diwan-e-Wazir department referred as finance department. And second, Diwan-e-Arz department referred as defense department or military department. So Diwan-e-Arz is military department. Then comes Diwan-e-Insha. This is nothing but correspondence department. Like I'll give you a very simple example. I am a sultan. I have to send a message to other sultan. So I release a farman or I dictate the message, and that dictated message would be written by Diwan-e-Insha department. And it would be given to the next sultan. Or in that case, I have to release a farman that everyone needs to follow this. So this farman would be released by which department? Department of Correspondence, Diwan-e-Insha. Then Diwan-e-Rasala department, it is a religious department. Diwan-e-Mushtaq-Raj department, it's a corruption department. Now pay attention carefully. During the time of Alauddin Khilji, it is believed that he had come up with market reforms. And he had divided the market into 4 parts. Okay, there was a separate market for grain and groceries, separate market for slave and cloths, separate market for horses, and separate market for miscellaneous commodities. So how do we understand that? From where are we getting more revenue so that we can tax them more? Correct? So for that, a market superintendent was appointed. He was designated as Shahana-e-Mandi. Correct, Priyanshu? Okay. So this market superintendent had different responsibilities. First responsibility was to take care that no one can go for stock hoarding. Why? Just imagine the army of Alauddin Khilji consisted of approximately 4,75,000 cavalrymen. I'm not speaking about the strength of the entire army. I'm not speaking about the elephant section, the chariot section, or the infantry. It's just about the cavalry. So you can imagine the vastness and the strength of the army of Alauddin Khilji. And to maintain such a huge army, he required commodities. And in that case, if the merchants, they went for stock hoarding, there would be shortage of food supply. And that could lead to inflationary practices. Correct? What happens? Like you might have heard about this. Why stock hoarding? Sometimes what happens? The prices of commodities are raised by stock hoarding. A very small example I will give you. A very small example. Onion, correct? Averagely, onion is 15 to 20 rupees per kg. Now, suppose I am a big merchant. What I do? I purchase this onion directly from the peasants and I store them in the cold houses. Now, I have purchased this onion at the rate of rupees 10 per kg. Now, I won't be selling directly in the market now. I will store them in cold storage. When during the monsoon season, there would be heavy rainfall, what will happen? The onions start getting rotten up. And after some time, when the onion prices shoots up around 40 to 50 rupees kg, I will start removing the onion from my cold storage. I will sell that onion at rupees 50 or 60 per kg. I have purchased this at rate of rupees 10. So here what happens? Stock hoarding leads to inflation, rise in the prices. So the responsibility of Shahana-e-Mandi, who was market superintendent, was stock hoarding should not be allowed. Okay? In that case, what can happen? In that case, some wealthy merchant can bribe even the Shahana-Mandi. That is the, what we say, market superintendent. So to take care that this person does not fall into corrupt practices, there are spy system which is called as Barid and Munihan. Correct? So they will take care of everything, that Shahana-e-Mandi does not fall into the corrupt practices. So they were working under one department which is called as corruption department or Diwan-e-Mushtaq Raj department. Okay, moving ahead. As I've told you, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, many historians also referred Muhammad bin Tughlaq as a wise fool. Okay, why wise fool? He was literate, but the decisions that he used to take, they were not, it doesn't seem like that a literate person is taking these decisions. So what happened? Precisely speaking, Muhammad bin Tughlaq was referred as a wise fool. And we had studied in depth and detail about the 5 major experiments of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, now what happened? There was a famine in the region of Doab. And at this time, this person increased the taxes by 10 to 20 times. Now, peasants were unable to pay the original taxes. How can they pay the additional taxes? So for the welfare of the peasants, Muhammad bin Tughlaq had started one department of agriculture. And that department of agriculture was referred as Diwan-e-Kohi department. Apart from this, Muhammad bin Tughlaq was being succeeded by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Now, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, for employment purpose, he had started different factories or karkhanas. And for working in these karkhanas required many slaves. Historians of that time like Ziauddin Barani mentions that this person, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, had more than 1,80,000 slaves. And there was a separate department for these slaves, referred as Diwan-e-Bandagan department. Whatever money was accrued in the form of taxes from the peasants, that money was utilized for the welfare of the people. Diwan-e-Khairat department. Free hospital service was given. Dar-ul-Shifa or Shifa Khana. Okay, so these are the important departments that assisted the king in performance of his duties. Okay, now moving further. If you remember, we had studied Mauryan Empire. That Mauryan Empire was divided into 5 provinces. These provinces were headed by provincial governors. Similarly, the Gupta Empire was divided into different provinces. These provinces were headed by provincial governors, referred as Uparika. Provinces are further divided into district. District are further divided into taluka. And taluka or tehsil or town is further divided into villages. Same thing here. Just the terminologies are different. Like today also we have the same pattern of the administration. Central government is there. Our country is divided into different states. States are divided into different districts. Districts are divided into different talukas, towns or tehsil. These talukas are further divided into different villages. So village is the basic unit of the administration even today. Similarly, at that time, what happened? The entire Delhi Sultanate administration was divided into different provinces, and these provinces were called as Iqta. Iqta was headed by Iqtadar, Mukti or Wali. Now these provinces are further divided into district. District was referred as Shik. Shik was headed by Shikdar. They are further divided into taluka, town or tehsil. Now these taluka, town or tehsil are referred as Pargana. Pargana is further divided into village. Village is referred as Mauza. Okay, I repeat the point again. Pay attention carefully. Entire administration is divided into different provinces. These provinces are referred as Iqta. Iqta is headed by Iqtadar, Mukti or Wali. Correct? Just understand, like these are the present day states of India. Okay? So these states are referred as provinces. Provinces are headed by Mukti or Wali or Iqtadar. They are further, our states are further divided into district. Similarly here, district. The districts at that time were referred as Shik. And Shik was headed by Shikdar. Further, we have towns. Towns at that time were referred as Pargana. Pargana was headed by Amil. And we have, at the grassroots level, villages. Villages were referred as Mauza. And these Mauza were headed by Muqaddam or Chaudhary. So this is the basic about the administration. Okay? I'll repeat the point again within short. Pay attention carefully for easier understanding of the concept. Apex of the administration, Sultan. Sultan was assisted in performance of his duties by Council of Ministers. These Council of Ministers are referred as Majlis-e Khalwat. Majlis-e Khalwat is represented by one person or headed by one person, referred as Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister was called as Naib. Simple words, Naib was acting as a channel of communication between Sultan and Council of Ministers. Okay, there were different departments. Apart from this, now the entire administration is divided into different provinces referred as Iqta, headed by Iqtadar, Mukti or Wali. Further divided into district referred as Shik, headed by Shikdar. Further divided into towns referred as Pargana, headed by Amil. Further divided into villages referred, headed by Muqaddam or Chaudhary. And villages were referred as Mauza. Is it clear? Yes. Anjali, there's no need to leave any pages because I've just started, I'll dictate it now. Okay? Sia, modern Indian history is not yet started. Modern Indian history will start from Monday. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, probably tomorrow would be a holiday because of Raksha Bandhan. And next Sunday, guys, okay, I would be taking a marathon session of 3 to 4 hours, maximum 5 hours. Okay. So is it okay on Sunday that I take the session at what we say, 9 o'clock early in the morning? Yes, mom. Due to Raksha Bandhan, tomorrow might be off. My session would be off. I don't know about the other. Okay? Guys, please note down fast. Okay, Mari. Yes, Hamam. I have made practice questions of Delhi Sultanate, but I forgot to upload. I'll upload it today. Okay. This Sunday, I won't be taking class, Mayank. I'm not available because I'm going to my hometown, so I won't be there this Sunday. Okay? Yes. So, guys, please read a bit of modern, and I'll do one thing. I'll try that you get the PDF of modern as early as possible. Okay? Or probably I'll try that you will get the PDF of modern India approximately around Tuesday or Wednesday, although I would be taking on Sunday the classes. Okay? Yes, Sanjay, I'll do that. I'll upload, Mehek. I'll upload. Don't worry. Okay. Please note down fast. Sultan was at the apex of the administration. First of all, what happens, like I have back-to-back classes from the morning, so, and health is also not supportive. Otherwise, I could have extended the classes. Sultan is at the apex of the administration. Heading is Administration of Delhi Sultanate, Sanidhya. Sultan is at the apex of the administration. Sultan is assisted in performance of his duties. Hamam, today approximately 2 hours. Sultan is assisted in performance of his duties by Council of Ministers referred as Majlis-e Khalwat. Majlis-e Khalwat. Okay? Sultan is assisted in performance of his duties by Majlis-e Khalwat. Okay, I'll write it. Okay, Majlis-e Khalwat. Majlis. Moving ahead. Majlis-e Khalwat was headed by, it's okay, Ashirwad. Majlis-e Khalwat was headed by Prime Minister, referred as Naib, N-A-I-B. Prime Minister, referred as Naib, N-A-I-B. There were different departments as a part of Majlis-e Khalwat. Just write the name of the department and what are they associated with. That's it. First, Diwan-e-Wazirat Department, Revenue or Finance Department. Diwan-e-Wazirat Department. Finance Department. Yes, Pratap, there are many aspects of the administration that are even prevalent today. Like in Mughals, you might have heard about a post called as Patwari. Even today in many states of India, village accountant is Patwari. You might have heard about the word Patwari, correct? Another important post is Kanun Go, correct? So Kanun Go, he was the, what we say, taking care of the administration, particularly in the region of Tehsil, prevalent even today, correct? And apart from this, like you might have heard about the word Daroga, correct? Like Daroga, Dak, and so on. So I'll give you a very small example about this. Daroga, although many people believe that Daroga, the word Daroga, means inspector, it was being started during the time of Lord Cornwallis. Many have one connotation in their mind. But it was prevalent right from the time of what we say Mughals as well. Okay. So Diwane Wazirat, Revenue or Finance Department. Diwane Arz, Military Department. Diwane Insha, Department of Correspondence. Rasalat, Department of Religious Affairs. Diwane Mushtaq Raj, Corruption Department. Excuse me. Diwane Mushtaq Raj, Corruption Department. Diwane Bandagan, Slave Department. Diwane Kohi, Agriculture Department. Diwane Khairat, Charity Department. Okay. Moving ahead with the next slide. Please draw this flow chart. Before drawing this flow chart, just note down. The provinces were called as Ikta, headed by Iktadar. Just note down this and then draw this. The provinces. Abhishek, the last department was Diwane Khairat, Department of Charity. Okay, Abhishek? First, note down what I'm dictating and then write down. The administration was divided into different provinces, referred as Ikta, headed by Iktadar, Mukti, or Wali. This is not Muktil, this is Mukti. Iktadar, Mukti, or Wali. I'll repeat the point again, Joel. The point is, the administration was divided into different provinces, referred as Ikta, headed by Iktadar, Mukti, or Wali. It was further divided into district, referred as Shik, headed by Shikdar. Referred as Shik, headed by Shikdar. It was further divided into Taluka, Tehsil, or town. It was further divided into Taluka, Tehsil, or town, referred as Pargana, headed by Amil. Headed by Amil. It was further divided into villages, referred as Mauza, headed by Mukaddam or Chaudhary. Mauza, headed by Mukaddam or Chaudhary. And now draw this. Once it is done, please write done in the comment section so that I can move forward. Okay? Abhishek, okay, Madhav, done. Yes, Abhishek. See, major questions from ancient and medieval India precisely would be on the basis of terminology. And if they ask you terminology specifically, Divane Bandagan is related to. So in that case, you should remember them. So I won't tell you that you need to remember everything, but at least you need to remember the important aspects. Got it, Abhishek? Okay, Mehak, Madhav, Rehan, done. Others fast. Abhishek, did you get the point? And there have been questions. Priyanshu, Anjali, Pratap, Jayashakti, Shantanu, Anushri, Adarsh, Pratap. Okay, done. Very good. Now let's move on with the different topics. Okay. Yes, Akash. Divane Bandagan was a slave department started by FST, that is Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Mari. Okay, very good. Now we will focus on the topics like classification of the land, types of taxes, Batai system. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. Now, how are the lands during that time classified? The first was Ikta land. Guys, if you remember about Ikta system, I'll repeat the point again within short. Ikta system was being started by Shamsuddin Iltutmish. The basics part of the system or the basic characteristic of the system includes rather than giving any noble or minister salary in cash, he was being given a piece of land. Okay? Now, whatever money is accrued in the form of taxes, that minister will keep his salary. Okay? And excess amount of money is returned back to the administration. So whatever money that is returned back to the administration is referred as fawazil. During the time of Iltutmish, Ikta system was not hereditary. In simple words, iktadars were transferable. But during the time of FST, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Ikta system became hereditary. Okay? So this is nothing but Ikta land. Then comes Khalis land. Now I'll give you a simple example. Khalis land, it is under the direct control of the Sultan. Very simple words, it is a personal property of the Sultan. And whatever money is accrued from that Khalis land in the form of taxes, that is not used for the welfare of the people. That is used for personal expenses of the Sultan and the royal court. Very simple words, Khalis land is the personal property of the ruler or Sultan. Then comes Inam land. Inam basically means what? Gift, donations. The land that is being donated precisely by the king to the Brahmins, precisely by the king for construction of a dargah or a masjid, that land is called as Inam land. So land during Delhi Sultanate period was majorly categorized into three parts. First was Ikta land. Okay. Rather than giving somebody salary in cash, he was given a piece of land. Whatever money is accrued in the form of that land, he will keep his, salary. Excess amount would be returned back to the administration. Khalis land, personal property of the Sultan. And the money would be utilized for the royal expenses. Okay. Inam land. Inam land means the land in the form of gift. That is nothing but Inam land. Okay, so these were the three kinds of lands. Now let's understand about the Batai system at that, type of taxes at that time. Now, when I'll explain you the type of taxes, you will come to understand to an extent that certain rulers of Delhi Sultanate were a bit bigot. Bigot means they were fundamentalistic followers of Islam. And we come to know about this from these two kinds of taxes, Ushra and Kharaj. Now, Ushra, it was a tax that was imposed on Muslim peasants. I repeat, Ushra was a tax imposed on Muslim farmers or Muslim cultivators. And how much was the tax? It was approximately 5 to 10%. A very simple example, suppose I'm a Muslim farmer. I have cultivated 100 quintals of rice. So I have to pay a certain amount as a tax to the government. So either it would be in cash or it would be in kind. So in that case, if I'm paying the tax in the form of kind, so what will happen? 10% of 100 quintal, 10 quintals I have to pay as a tax. Okay, this was for Muslim peasants. On the other hand, Kharaj, it was for non-Muslim peasants, precisely Hindu. And what was the tax range? 1/3 to 2/3. Simple words, 33% to 66% as a tax. This simply highlights one thing: the policy of discrimination that was being followed by the Delhi Sultanate rulers at that time. Okay? Third important, zakat. Guys, if you remember, I have told you previously that there are 5 important principles of Islam. The first principle of Islam is La ilaha illallah and Muhammadur Rasul. Very simple words, Allah is one and Muhammad is his follower or messenger. Second, we should offer namaz at least 5 times in a day to Allah. Third, in the holy month of Ramzan, it is the responsibility of every Islamic follower to keep a rigorous fasting from sunrise to sunset. That is referred as Roza. Fourth important principle, like in Hinduism, we follow one important practice that at least once in a lifetime, we should go for Char Dham Yatra and 12 Jyotirling. Similarly, specifically, what happens? Here, there is a practice that at least once in a lifetime, one should go for Hajj. And the person who has gone to Hajj is referred as Mustati. Okay? He should at least once in a lifetime go to the Hajj Yatra. Okay? And the fifth important principle is whatever you have earned, at least 2.5% of that should be given as a donation or charity. And that would be utilized precisely for the underprivileged section of the society. And that is called as zakat in Islam. In Christianity, this principle is also referred as tithe. Like you might have studied about the Roman Catholic Church. In Roman Catholic Church, there are different practices that are being followed. So one practice is giving liberal donations, that is giving dan or charity. And that practice is called as tithe, T-I-T-H-E. Whatever you have earned, at least 1/10 should be donated. Suppose I have earned rupees 100. I have to donate rupees 10. And that would be utilized majorly for the underprivileged section of the society. Then comes jizya. This is a tax imposed on non-Muslims, Hindus. Okay, I'll give you a small example. Suppose I have to construct a temple on my own land. Okay, this is not the land that belongs to somebody else. It is my own land. I have to pay a tax to the government. And that is called as jizya. If I have to go for Char Dham Yatra, I have to pay tax to the government. I had given you example during the time of Shah Jahan. There was a Brahmin referred as Kavindracharya from the region of Banaras. And he had visited the court of Shah Jahan, and requested him to abolish jizya in the region of Allahabad, that is Prayagraj and Banaras. Why? Because many pilgrims visit that place, and it is a place of historical importance, religious importance from the perspective of Hindus precisely. So jizya, it is nothing but tax imposed on non-Muslims like Hindus. And khum or hum. Now what is khum or hum? It is nothing but the booty that is looted in the war. I will give you a very simple example. Okay? Suppose any ruler, like I'll give you a very simple example, Mahmud of Ghazni. Mahmud of Ghazni, he had done his 17th raid at the Somnath temple in Gujarat. And as I've told you, the major purpose of the raids of Mahmud of Ghazni was to plunder India. Correct? So whatever raided money was there, okay, 20% will go into the personal use of the Sultan. Okay? And 80% would be utilized for the administrative purpose. So the 20% of the money that is looted by the Sultan, okay, that goes into his personal treasury. And that 20% is called as khum or hum. Okay? I'll give you another example. Suppose I am the Sultan. I have attacked a particular place. I have plundered that place. I have looted that place. Whatever money I have looted or plundered, 20% of it will go into my personal treasury. 80% would be utilized for the administration. The 20% that is going into my personal treasury is referred as hum or home. Okay? But during the time of Alauddin Khilji, it was completely reversed. 80% of the money that was being looted went into the personal treasury of Alauddin. And in fact, 20%, just 20% was utilized for the administration. And still the administration of Alauddin Khilji was very successful at that time. Correct? So these were the type of taxes at that time. Hope you understood the types of land. Hope you understood the type of taxes. And now let's go for type of Batai system. Now what is Batai? Batai simply means distribution. Batai or Batna, it's a Hindi word. Batna means distribute. Correct? So suppose if anybody wishes that he is going to pay the tax in kind, not in cash. So here a system was followed which is called as Batai system. Batai means distribution. So Khet Batai, Lank Batai and Ras Batai. Now what is the difference between all the three? Suppose this is my agricultural field. As a part of Khet Batai, okay, now it will be decided. Suppose my agricultural field is divided into 4 parts equally. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. As a part of Khet Batai system, what will happen? I have cultivated crops here in all the parts, okay? Now, a person from the side of the Sultan will come. He will inspect my khet. He will inspect my agricultural field. And he will say that part 1 of the standing crop belongs to the administration. Or part 3 of the standing crop belongs to the administration. In very simple words, it's a standing crop. It is not harvested. That is nothing but Khet Batai. Lank Batai. Now what is Lank Batai? The crop is harvested. The crops are cut. But the what we say grains are not separated from the crop. This is called as Lank Batai. And finally comes Ras Batai. What is Ras Batai? The grain is separated from the crop, and after separating, there would be distribution. This is called as Ras Batai. I'll repeat the point again within short. Khet Batai. In Khet Batai, what will happen? The crops are not harvested directly. For example, this is a piece of land. A person who has come to inspect the land, he will say half part of the crop belongs to us. That's it. Distribution on the basis of standing crop. Lank Batai. The crops are cut, the crops are harvested, but the grain is not separated from the crop. That is Lank Batai. Okay? And the Ras Batai, the grain is separated from that crop. That is called as Ras Batai. Hope the points are clear. Did you understand types of land, types of taxes, and types of distribution or Batai system? Is it clear? Do you want me to repeat something? Excuse me. Yes, clear? Okay. Please note down. Sanjay, again the Batai system. Okay. Khet Batai. Okay. Why Batai system? Pratap, as I've told you. Like, there are people who are ready to pay salary in cash, taxes in cash. So they will pay in cash. But there are certain farmers who say that they want to pay the taxes in kind. So how would the distribution be made possible? So the distribution was in this manner. Got it, Pratap? Now. Yes, perfect, Himanshu. Lank Batai, usually for the cavalry of the king. So Khet Batai means, Sanjay, distribution of the standing crop. The crop is not cut. Lank Batai means what? The crop is cut, but the grains are not separated. Okay? And ras battai, the grain is separated. And after separating the grain, there would be distribution. So these are the three kind of battai system. Hope, Sanjay, it is clear. Guys, please note down. Yes, Sanjay, is it clear? Okay. Please note down. Types of land, fast. First, Ikta land. First, Ikta land. It was a land given or assigned to the nobles. In place of their salary. It was a land assigned to the nobles in place of their salary. The excess amount given back by the nobles was called as fawazil. The excess amount given back by the nobles is called as fawazil. Second, Khalis land. Khalis land. It was the personal property of the Sultan and was used for maintenance of royal court. And was used for maintenance of royal court. Abhishek, see, the point is like, for example, I have been assigned a particular piece of land. Okay? My salary is rupees 10. Now this piece of land is further divided into 10 parts. Okay? Now there are 10 farmers who are working on this land. Now from every farmer, I get 5 rupees as a tax. So from 10 parts, I get 50 rupees as a tax. My salary is rupees 10. So what will I do? 50 minus 10, 40. So I will cut my salary out of 50 and 40 rupees I will return back to the administration. That 40 rupees is called as fawazil. Is it clear, Abhishek? Inam land. Inam land. Okay. It was a land donated to the religious leaders or institutions. It was a land donated to religious leaders or institutions. Types of taxes. Tax levied on the Muslims on total produce of the land. Tax levied on the Muslim peasants. Peasants means farmers. Ushara, tax levied on the Muslim peasants on total produce of the land. In bracket 5 to 10%. Kharaj. Tax levied on non-Muslim peasants. Bracket 1/3 to 2/3. Zakat. Charity or religious tax from rich Muslims, approximately 2.5%. charity or religious tax from rich Muslims? Approximately 2.5%. Jizya, religious tax on non-Muslims. Children, women, and beggars were exempted from jizya. Children, women, and beggars were exempted from jizya. Kham, it is the booty looted in the war. Bracket 20% in the royal treasury, 80% for the administration. It is the booty looted in the war, kham or khum. 20% in the royal treasury and 80% in the administration. Distribution system or Batai system? Distribution system or Batai system? First, Khet Batai. Khet Batai. Land revenue on the basis of standing crop. Land revenue on the basis of standing crop. Lank Batai. Land revenue after harvesting the crop. And Ras Batai. Land revenue after separating the grains from the crop. Ras Batai. Land revenue after separating the grains from the crop. Yes, it was the discretion of the peasants, Amisha. How do they wish to pay? Khet, Lank or Ras? Okay? Okay, Madhav, perfect time for a break. Okay, I'll give a small break after this for 5 minutes maximum. Yes, important buildings. Guys, I have already talked about the important buildings. Just you have to note them down. Like as I've told you, Quwat ul Islam Mosque in Delhi was the first mosque of Delhi, not of India. Constructed by whom? Constructed by Qutbuddin Aibak. The construction of Qutub Minar was being initiated by Aibak, completed by his slave as well as son-in-law whose name was Shamsuddin Iltutmish, and the Qutub Minar was being repaired by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. If you remember that I've told you the upper story of Qutub Minar was being destroyed by lightning because it was struck by lightning and it was being repaired by whom? Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Adhai Din Ka Jhopda. I've told you once upon a time Muhammad Ghori was traveling through the region of Ajmer. And when he was traveling through the region of Ajmer, he saw that there were many people worshipping in the temples. They were performing bhajans and kirtans. And when they were performing bhajan and kirtan, what happened? He saw them. And when he saw them, what happened? So he asked his slave, Qutbuddin Aibak, that I want immediately within a short span of time, a small mosque to be constructed wherein I can offer prayers to Allah. It was being constructed within a span of 2.5 days. So Hindi word for 2.5 is Adhai. Okay? So it is called as Adhai Din Ka Jhopda. Got it? Then Alai Minar, like Alauddin Khilji had a vision that he will construct a minar which is double the size of Qutub Minar, but this never happened. But the construction was initiated. So Alai Minar, the construction's credit goes to Alauddin Khilji. Alai Darwaza, name itself speaks, it was Alauddin Khilji. Haus Khas, we had seen, Alauddin Khilji. Mahal Hazar Satoon, if you remember. Okay. Mahal Hazar Satoon, Alauddin Khilji. That is Palace of 1,000 Pillars. Jamaat Khana Mosque, Alauddin Khilji. Then we had seen about Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He had constructed the fort of Adilabad. Tughlaqabad fort was constructed by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. So please note down important constructions during Delhi Sultanate. Just their names. Quwwatul Islam Mosque, Delhi. Qutubuddin Aibak. Qutub Minar. Initiated by Aibak, completed by Iltutmish, and reconstructed by FST. Note down, initiated by Aibak, completed by Iltutmish, and reconstructed by FST. If Tughlaq Shah, Firoz Shah Tughlaq were repairing the Qutub Minar, then will it represent the tourism was also there and implement taxes over it? Exactly. Exactly. It was prevalent. Adhai Din Ka Jhopda, constructed by Aibak on insistence of Ghori. Constructed by Aibak on insistence of Ghori. Yes, I'll tell Mayank, don't worry. Alai Minar, Alauddin Khilji. Alai Darwaza, Alauddin Khilji. Haus Khas, Alauddin Khilji. Haus Khas is a place even today in Delhi. Anyone of you who stays in Delhi, they might be knowing about this place. There's a metro called as Yellow Line, which is there in Haus Khas. Then Mahal Hazar Satoon, Palace of 1,000 Pillars. Alauddin Khilji. Oh, Shivani, you stay in Delhi. That's great. Mahal Hazar Satoon, Palace of 1,000 Pillars. Alauddin Khilji. Siri Fort. Do you remember the story of the, heads of the Mongols? Siri Fort. Oh, Himanshu, best for momos. Siri Fort. Delhi. Alauddin Khilji. Yes, perfect, Sadvik. Very good. 8,000 head. Tughlaqabad Fort. Tughlaqabad Fort. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Adilabad Fort. MBT. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. City of Jahanpana. City of Jahanpana. MBT. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay. Now, just you have to write down the important works or important books written at that time. If you remember, I've spoken about Amir Khusro. Amir Khusro was given the title of Parrot of India or Tuti-e-Hind by Alauddin Khilji. And if you visit the Dargah of Nizamuddin Auliya Ji, also referred as Mehboob-e-Illahi, beloved of Allah, in the Dargah complex of Nizamuddin Auliya, you will also find the tomb of Amir Khusro there. As soon as you enter, first of all, you will see the tomb of Amir Khusro, and just behind that, you will observe the tomb of Nizamuddin Auliya. Okay? Yes, Sadvik, Jamaat Khana Mosque, Alauddin Khilji. Jamaat Khana Mosque, Alauddin Khilji. So, Amir Khusro, he is also referred as father of one of the Hindustani style of music that is referred as Qawwali. So, he is called as father of Qawwali. And there are many works or books attributed to Amir Khusro, such as Laila Majnu, Miftah ul Futuh, and Tughlaq Nama. So, please note down Amir Khusro. Amir Khusro. He is referred as father of Qawwali. He was disciple of Nizamuddin Auliya, also referred as Mehboob-e-Illahi, that is beloved of Allah. His important works include Laila Majnu, Miftah ul Futuh, and Tughlaq Nama. Yes, Akash, correct. First time in the court of Balban. Tughlaq Nama. One more important point to be noted about him. He was given the title Tuti-e-Hind, Parrot of India by Alauddin Khilji. He was given the title Tuti-e-Hind, Parrot of India by Alauddin Khilji. Ibn Battuta. If you remember, I've talked about Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Ibn Battuta was an African traveler, precisely Moroccan traveler, because Morocco is a country of northwestern part of Africa. So Ibn Battuta was a Moroccan traveler in the court of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And he has worked as a Qazi, Chief Justice in his court for approximately 7 to 8 years. And whatever he has observed about the Delhi Sultanate period, he has written a book called as Kitab ul Rehla or Safar Nama Rehla. Very good, Ashish. So please note down Ibn Battuta, Moroccan traveler in the court of MBT. Moroccan traveler in the court of MBT. His famous work include Kitabul Rehla or Safarnama Rehla. Kitabul Rehla or Safarnama Rehla. Persian, yes. Then, Al-Biruni, he has written a book called as Kitab al-Tafhim. Kitab al-Tafhim. One thing to be noted about him, Al-Biruni, he is called as father of Indology. Please note down, he is called as father of Indology, Al-Biruni. Hasan Nizami has written a book, Taj ul Masir. Taj ul Masir. Minhas us Siraj has written a book, Tabaqat-e Nasiri. All are important. Sometimes question can be put up in the form of what we say, match the following. Hasan Nizami, Tajul Masir, Minhas us Siraj, Tabaqat-e Nasiri. Yes, Kapish, what is your question? I'm not getting it. Father of Ziauddin Barani, Tarikh-e Firoz Shahi. Tarikh-e Firoz Shahi. Okay. One more point you need to remember. Utbi and Firdausi were the historians patronized by Utbi and Firdausi were the historians patronized by Mahmud of Ghazni. Joel Amir Khusro was a disciple of Nizamuddin Aulia. Kapish Al-Baruni is called as father of Indology, means study of different aspects or society of India. So please note down Utbi and Firdausi were patronized by Mahmud of Ghazni. Yes, Joel, other name of Nizamuddin Aulia ji was Mehboob-e Illahi, beloved of Allah. Got it, guys? Now, before I begin up with the topic of Marathas, I'll give you a short break of exactly 5 to 7 minutes. Okay? And then I'll begin with the topic of the Marathas. Okay? Take a very short break of exactly 5 to 7 minutes. Al-Baruni, see, there's no need to remember about the patronizers. There were many patronizers of Al-Baruni, like Amir Khusro, Al-Baruni, Ziauddin Barani. They have seen the reign of many sultans, not a single one. Okay? Preksha, Sanjay, the name of Kitabul Rihla's other name was specifically Safarnama Rihla. Mayank, we are going to start modern Indian history from Monday. Pratap, Mughal administration, I will be covering certain aspects on Monday. Mughal administration in Vijayanagar. It will take hardly half an hour to complete that section, and I'll do that on Monday. Okay, and then I'll continue with modern Indian history. Okay, guys. So just take a break of 5 to 7 minutes. Yes, guys, gathered everyone. See, Sadhvik, Aibak did not say anybody to construct Adhai Din ka Jhopda. In fact, Mohammad Ghori instructed Aibak to construct Adhai Din ka Jhopda. Okay, Sadhvik? So Aibak did not say it to anyone. In fact, he was being said by Mohammad Ghori. Yes, gathered. Okay. Now, I'll tell you 2 to 3 important stories today, and this actually highlights the bravery, the courage, the valor of the Marathas, and precisely about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Ji and one of his sons whose name was Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj. Okay. Now, many historians believe that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj died in 1680. So here, his age approximately at that time was 53 years. So why I'm telling about his death first, there's a reason behind this. Here it is mentioned that his birth date was 19th February 1630 and he was born at a place called as Shivner in Maharashtra. But many historians are also of the opinion that he was born on 19th Feb 1627 and he died in 1680 at the age of 53 years. So Shivaji Maharaj, he was son of Shahaji Raje Bhosle, who was holding the Pune Jagir. Shahaji Raje Bhosle, after he passed away, the entire administration of Pune Jagir came in the hands of his son, Shivaji Raje Bhosle. His mother was Jizabai, and Dadaji Konddev served as a guru for him during his initial days. Okay, so specifically, it is believed that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, during his initial days, was being trained by a guru referred as Dadaji Konddev. Now, at the age of 16, he captured the Torna fort and he also defeated Chanda Rao More of Javli. So with the passage of time, his influence in the region of Deccan had started increasing. Okay. And it is believed that his influence has started increasing. And apart from this, Shivaji Maharaj and the Marathas were expert in all sort of guerrilla warfare techniques. You might have heard about the soldiers prevalent in the Western Ghats, and these soldiers are referred as Marvelan soldiers. You might have seen the movie Tanaji, correct? Ajay Devgan, the role. So they wear this kind of a cap. So these soldiers were referred as Marvelan soldiers. And Marvelan soldiers were expert in all sort of guerrilla warfare techniques. So from his Marvelan soldiers and his childhood friend Tanaji Malusre, he had learned many guerrilla warfare techniques. And at the very young age of 16 to 18, it is believed that specifically his influence started increasing in that region. Okay. Yes, correct, Himanshu. His father, Shahaji Raje Bhosle, he was being defeated by Shah Jahan once. But still he had the Jagir of Pune under him. Okay, Himanshu? Now, what happened further? Battle of Pratapgarh was fought in 1659. And Adil Shah had dispatched a person referred as Afzal Khan to defeat Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. I'm not saying Chhatrapati, I'm saying Shivaji Maharaj. Because later on, he will be coronated in 1674. Now, Shivaji Maharaj, he was not that tall personality. And this person, he was a tall personality, Afzal Khan. So Afzal Khan in Battle of Pratapgarh, he was not that successful. And just in front of the fort, there he had made a small camp. And he had invited for friendship to whom? Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Now, at this particular point of time, Shivaji Maharaj, he was a very intelligent personality and he knew one thing. And what was that? He knew that specifically, this person who wants to befriend me, he should come into my fort. He's calling me in his camp and he's telling that you have to come along with few of your soldiers because it's just a mutual friendship or a perpetual friendship that we are going to enter into. Shivaji Maharaj knew something was cooking behind my eyes. And in that case, what happened? He went there. As soon as Afzal Khan, he saw Shivaji Maharaj, he raised his arms and tried to hug him. He hugged him and he held him so tightly that it is believed that he removed one of his dagger and he pinched that dagger precisely in the back of Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj was an intelligent personality. Already he had a waistcoat under him. So this prevented his attack. He was seeing this as an opportunity. Immediately, he removed his tiger claws and started attacking Afzal Khan. And Afzal Khan died. Now, the influence of Shivaji Maharaj started increasing in the region of Deccan. Prior to this, Aurangzeb did not take Shivaji Maharaj seriously. In fact, he used to say, Shivaji Maharaj is nothing more than a mountain rat. But at this particular point of time, when he killed Afzal Khan, Aurangzeb, he became alerted. He got alarmed. And Aurangzeb, he sent one of his maternal uncle who was governor of Bengal at that time. His name was Shaista Khan. Now, Shaista Khan, what did he do? He attacked the region of Katraj. And after attacking the region of Katraj, it is located 30 to 40 kilometers away from Pune. So he attacked that region. Now Katraj precisely is in Pune, but initially it was 30 to 40 kilometers away from the mainstream Pune. So he occupied the Lal Mahal or the Lal Palace there. And he started he started plundering and looting that region. He created havoc in that region. Peasants were being disturbed. And at this point of time, Shivaji Maharaj was in, Pune. Now, when Shivaji Maharaj was in Pune and he came to know about this, now he was planning a different strategy. Shivaji Maharaj was not sitting idle. Meanwhile, what did this person do? Shaista Khan. He dispatched one of his close, person to conquer the region of Kalyan, to conquer the region of Umber Khind. Okay. Now, Shivaji Maharaj, now what happened here? There came a person in the court of Shivaji Maharaj. And this person, he says, Shivaji Maharaj, that increase our salary by 2 times, because since many years you have not increased our salary. Shivaji Maharaj was very astonished and he said that, you know about the entire situation of Swaraj that is right now. Like peasants are unable to pay the Mahsool. Mahsool means taxes. And you are asking for raise in the salary? Don't you understand about what is going on in Swaraj? Shaista Khan and Aurangzeb has conquered the region of Pune. Do you expect me to raise salary at this time? So this person said, I'm not going to work for you. He said, okay, it's your wish. Now this person, he goes into the court of Shaista Khan. And he says that, specifically, I want to join your army if you give me the pay. If you raise my pay. Now Shaista Khan, he had a doubt. Initially, you were in the court of Shivaji. Probably you might be a spy. How can I trust you? This person said that, I know about the gold of the Marathas where it is hidden. And if you give me a handful of soldiers, I can get that gold for you. This person, Shaista Khan, was trying to test this person. So what happened? This person, he goes to the, he took few soldiers of the Mughals and he goes in the hidden place where the gold of the Marathas was hidden. He gets that gold and presents it to Shaista Khan. And now he became the right-hand man of Shaista Khan. Okay. At this particular point of time, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had sent that person in the court of Shaista Khan. Now, it was the birthday of Aurangzeb. And Shaista Khan, how did Shivaji Maharaj come to know about this? Through the spy that he had sent in the court of Shaista Khan. And during the birthday of Aurangzeb, lot of opium, lot of liquor and alcohol was coming in the Lal Palace or Lal Mahal. Now, further, it is said that when lot of liquor and everything was coming in the palace, this was observed by this person and he instructed Shivaji Maharaj about this. Shivaji Maharaj thought that this is the right time to attack this place, Lal Mahal, and drive out Shaista Khan from Pune. Shivaji Maharaj, along with 300 to 400 Mavlan soldiers, and they were dressed like Muslim soldiers. And Shivaji Maharaj, what happened? He made a palanquin and he was sitting in the palanquin and he dressed like an Afghan soldier. And he entered the Lal Mahal or Lal Palace. Many historians believe that Shaista Khan was so afraid of Shivaji Maharaj that he used to have 2 guns beside him when he was sleeping. Outside the door, outside the room where he was sleeping, it is said that he had at least 4 to 5 bodyguards. Okay. And the wall behind where he was sleeping, wall of the bedroom was a bit weak. Shivaji Maharaj at that time saw this as an opportunity and directly attacked the place where Shaista Khan was sleeping. Shaista Khan now came to know about this, that this person, Shivaji Maharaj, has attacked. He immediately started running. Now he ran into a room where all the women were there. And he hid himself at a place where all the women were wearing burqa. So Shivaji Maharaj asked this person that, he knew that he has come into this room, but how can he identify them? Shivaji Maharaj respected women a lot. So he asked in a higher tone, did you see somebody coming here? So Shaista Khan was so afraid that in a hurried manner or in panic, he said that, yes, he has ran in that direction. Immediately, his voice was being recognized and Shivaji Maharaj started running behind him. He tried to jump from the first floor and his 3 fingers were cut by the sword of Shivaji Maharaj. Son of Shaista Khan, it is said that he was being killed and Shaista Khan left Katraj or Pune. In fact, he was being called back by Aurangzeb. And after calling back, he was again sent to the Bengal. And specifically, it is believed that he was sent to Bengal and he stayed as a governor of Bengal at that time. Aurangzeb thought that until and unless I defeat this person, Shivaji Maharaj, in the region of Deccan, I cannot have a stronghold over Deccan. So he dispatched Mirza Raje Jai Singh. And Mirza Raje Jai Singh, he came up with a strong force, approximately of more than 80,000 to 1 lakh. And he defeated Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, this is not 15,000, it is more than 1,50,000. He defeated Shivaji Maharaj and a treaty was signed which is referred as Treaty of Purandar. As per Treaty of Purandar, 23 out of 35 forts of Shivaji Maharaj had to be submitted to Aurangzeb. And it was submitted to the Mughals. Apart from this, 4 lakh gold coins or hunas were paid as a war indemnity. The time passed by. At the fort of Agra, another year there was birthday of Aurangzeb. And Aurangzeb had invited all the Mansabdars, all the Rajput rulers, including Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Now, as soon as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj entered in the court, he had brought a gift for Aurangzeb. That was referred as Nazrana. As soon as he kept that gift in front of Aurangzeb, Aurangzeb was in this manner, like he just used his hand movements to the person and told him, take away this gift. And in that case, it was a very humiliating situation for Shivaji Maharaj, because here not only his gift were ignored and neglected. Apart from this, he was asked to stand in the line of Mansabdar. This annoyed Shivaji Maharaj a lot and he started leaving the court. Immediately, as soon as he started leaving the court, Aurangzeb asked his soldiers to house arrest Shivaji Maharaj and his small son, Shambhaji Maharaj. He gave him offer that I will give you the Mansabdar of the rank of 7,000. It means more than 5,000 rank. Okay. And I'll make you my Mansabdar. Shivaji Maharaj said, no, I am the Chhatrapati, I'm the ruler of the people. I won't become a Mansabdar in your court. It's better I die in a prison. So he was kept in house arrest. As I've told you, Shivaji Maharaj was a cunning personality, intelligent personality. After some time, Shivaji Maharaj told that I'm not feeling well. And in that case, I want a puja to be performed for goddess Parvati, Jizai. Okay. And in that case, every day, sweets should come into my place where I'm kept in house arrest. I will put my hand on those sweets and it will go to the temple and distributed among the fakirs, the poor people and the beggars for my speedy recovery. Accepted by Aurangzeb. The sweets used to come in huge palanquins every day. Shivaji Maharaj used to keep hands on those sweets and it used to go into the temple. From there, it was distributed among the fakir, the beggars, and so on. So whenever the sweets used to come, the sweets were being checked by the bodyguards. Whenever they were going out, they were again being checked by the bodyguard. Okay. Now, it is believed that with the passage of time, the bodyguards, they became used to it. And they knew that there is nothing in this box apart from sweets. So they stopped checking the sweet boxes. One fine day, Shivaji Maharaj and his son Shambhaji Maharaj sat in that palanquin and started moving towards the region of Deccan. And they started recovering the lost 23 forts. At the age, in the year 1674, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj got coronated at the fort of Raigad. Okay? And the coronation took place in front of a Pandit whose name was Vishweshwar Gangarao Bhatt. And finally, it is believed that, like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, after his coronation, he assumed the title Chhatrapati, ruler of the people, and Hindvi Dharmodharak, protector of Hinduism. Lot many gold coins were distributed during his coronation. And these gold coins are referred as Shivrai Hone. And he died at the age of 52 to 53, approximately around 1680. Okay. Now, before this, there is also one more incident. Now, majority of the forts were under the control of Marathas except one fort. And that fort is Fort of Kondhana. One fine day, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was sitting in his fort of Raigad along with his Ashtapradhan, 8 important ministers. A servant came running to him and said, immediately, Jizabai, your mother is calling you. Now, he became very anxious. Why is mother calling so urgently? Is everything all right? He goes running to his mother, and his mother asked him, I want to play Chorus with you. Chorus was a game at that time which was very famous. It was like, you might have seen in Mahabharata, same game. So Shivaji Maharaj was like, I was doing an important meeting with Ashtapradhan in the fort of Raigad. Is it necessary to play this Chorus right now? She said yes. Purposely, Shivaji Maharaj lost and asked her, what do you want from me? She pointed at the fort of Kondhana. Okay, at this time, Shivaji, the first word that came out of his mouth was Tanaji Malusare. Tanaji Malusare was his childhood friend and a Marvelin soldier, expert in all sorts of guerrilla warfare techniques. Immediately, a messenger was sent to Tanaji Malusare, who told him, as soon as possible, gather the forces and come to the fort of Raigad. Your friend Shivaji Maharaj is in need. And he has requested you to come immediately. At that time, it is believed that Tanaji Malusare was doing the, wedding engagement ceremony of his son. Tanaji Malusare gathered 400 Marvelin soldiers and started moving towards the region of Raigad. As soon as he reached Raigad, he asked the reason for calling. He again pointed that fort of Kondhana. The problem was the fort of Kondhana was in this manner. Whenever the fort is in this manner, it is easy to conquer. Why? Because there is a slope on both the sides. So you can send your troops from both the sides. But whenever the slope is in this manner, you can only send your troops from this side. And this is a steep slope. You cannot send your troops from this side, first thing. Secondly, obviously your enemy is on higher pedestal and his troops will start firing and attacking from the upper side. So to control the enemies from the upper side is not easier. Okay, so this was the structure of the Kondhana fort. So how to capture the Kondhana fort? And secondly, the person who was in charge of Kondhana fort, he was a beast. His name was Uday Bhan Singh. Okay, you might have seen the movie Tanaji, in which the role of Tanaji was played by Ajay Devgan and the role of Uday Bhan Singh was played by Saif Ali Khan. Correct? So that person was a beast. He did not have mercy for anyone. Now, another plot need to be made to capture the region of Kondhana. Now, what happened? These 400 Maulan soldiers, they took the attire of a normal villageman, not like soldiers. And they just reached the footsteps of the Kondhana fort. And after reaching the footsteps of the Kondhana fort, they told the bodyguards there that we are actually the villagers and we are going to another village for a panchayat. A leopard has attacked our group and one of our fellow men has got injured. So we are requesting you to stay for 2 to 3 days. So the bodyguard said, if Uday Bhan Singh comes to know about this, he'll kill me. So immediately that bodyguard was being bribed with gold and opium. He said, okay. One fine day, Uday Bhan Singh, he saw Tanaji Malusare and he called him up. And both of them became good friends. Okay. So Tanaji Malusare, he came to know that lot of opium and lot of alcohol was coming into the fort because the celebration was going to take place. And at that time, this was the best opportunity to capture the fort of Kundana when everyone would be intoxicated. But what happened? Uday Bhan Singh, he was an intelligent personality. He had placed all his soldiers here because he knew that if Marathas will attack, they will attack from this side. And Tanaji Malusare, he had prepared the Mavlan soldiers to attack the fort of Kundana from this side. Now, how will this 400 to 500 soldiers reach the top from this steep side? Marathas had a lizard, which is referred as Bengal monitor lizard. In local language, it is called as Ghorpad. Okay, correct, Shantanu. So in that case, that lizard, it is very huge. Okay, and one of the best quality of that lizard is it can stick to the surface and it can carry on its back at least approximately around 1 to 2 quintals of load. Few soldiers on the back of this ghorpad or lizard, and they started climbing. When the few soldiers reached the top, they threw a rope and the other soldiers came up. Approximately 400 to 600 soldiers of Mughals were killed. Immediately what happened? This news went to Uday Bhan Singh. Uday Bhan Singh dispatched one of his Sardar. Sardar was killed. Sardar's 12 sons were being sent. All of them were being killed. Uday Bhan Singh sent his few sons. All of them were killed. Finally, Uday Bhan, in a completely intoxicated state, came directly in conflict with this person, Tanaji Malusare. And even in that intoxicated state, he hit so hard that the left hand of Tanaji Malusare got cut. There was a fierce battle that was fought in which both of them died. Tanaji Malusare and this person, Uday Bhan Singh. The very next day, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj came to the fort and the words came out in Marathi from his mouth, and the words were like, Gad ala pan singh gela. Simple words, I have conquered the fort, but I have lost the lion. This is the meaning of these words. So in this manner, the fort of Kundana was being conquered by Shivaji Maharaj. Now Shivaji Maharaj, he was being succeeded by one of his brave sons whose name was Shambhaji Maharaj. And Shambhaji Maharaj, he also played a very crucial role in conquering the different parts of the region of Deccan. And after Shivaji Maharaj, Aurangzeb was afraid of another important person, that was Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj. Now a battle was fought which is referred as Battle of Sangameshwar, which is located in Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. It is believed by many historians, and this has been highlighted in a book called as Sambhaji, written by Shivaji Sawant in Marathi. Like Sambhaji Maharaj, he was being tortured for the next 40 days. Like, you cannot believe that his nails were being taken apart. Okay, salt was poured on his body. Apart from this, a burnt rod was filled in his ears. His knees were taken out, and on 40th day, he succumbed to death. So that was the role of the Marathas. And the administration of Marathas was very vibrant. Why? Because the administration of the Marathas was being taken care of by 8 important ministers referred as, Ashtapradhan. And the most important one among them were the Peshwas, who were also referred as the Prime Minister. Okay? Yes, correct, Prathamesh. Not ears, the eyes. Okay? So, did you understand Marathas, the basic introduction? Yes, correct, Kaaba, like the Chava movie. Okay. Please note down. Yes, Abhishek, the birthplace was Shivneri Fort. See, some pronounce it as Shivneri, some pronounce it as Shivner. The place is almost the same. Okay? Shivneri, Shivner. Like, there are many forts, Sinhagad, Pratapgarh, Raigad, and so on. Okay, Kapish. Maratha history is also full of bravery and warriorship. Similarly is the history of the Rajputs, precisely the Sisodia dynasty rulers. Okay, so please note down fast. Shivaji Maharaj was born to Shahaji Bhosle and Jizabai at the fort of Shivner or Shivneri. Shivaji Maharaj was born to Shahaji Bhosle and Jizabai at the fort of Shivner or Shivneri in Maharashtra on 19th Feb 1627. We'll consider it as 1627. During his initial days, he was being trained by Dadaji Kondadev. Dadaji Kondadev. Later, he captured the region of Javali. He captured the region of Javali from Chandarao More. He defeated Afzal Khan, who was being dispatched by Adil Shah of Bijapur. Then Aurangzeb dispatched Shaista Khan to conquer the region of Katraj near Pune. Sanidhya, the previous point was Afzal Khan was defeated. Afzal Khan, sent by Adil Shah of Bijapur, was defeated. Then Aurangzeb dispatched Shaista Khan to capture Katraj near Pune. Shaista Khan was recalled and sent to Bengal. Later on, Mirza Raje Jai Singh was sent to control Shivaji. Okay, Chena, I'll try. Later, Mirza Raje Jai Singh was sent by Aurangzeb to control Shivaji. finally, Treaty of Purandar was signed. Finally, Treaty of Purandar was signed. And Shivaji Maharaj had to surrender 23 out of 35 forts. 23 out of 35 forts to the Mughals. Apart from this, he had to pay a war indemnity. He had to pay a war indemnity of 4 lakh hunas or gold coins. Apart from this, he had to pay a war indemnity of 4 lakh hunas or gold coins. Shivaji Maharaj was coronated in 1674. Yes, correct. 4 lakh hunas or 4 lakh. Shivaji Maharaj was coronated in 1674 at the fort of Raigad. And assumed the title Chhatrapati, that is ruler of the people, and Hindavi Dharmodharak. Protector of Hinduism. He died in 1680. At the age of 53. Okay. Now, within the next 5 minutes, we'll try and understand about the Ashtapradhan system. Sadhvik, the name of the region was Javli. Javli. Yes, Rishi, on the same day. Now, let's understand about the Ashtapradhan. Asht means 8. So, as I've told you, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he was being guided by 8 important ministers in performance of his duties. Okay? So, who are these 8 important ministers? First one is Peshwa. He was the head of the council. Then comes Senapati. He was the commander-in-chief of the army. Then comes Nyayadhish, Chief Justice. Mazumdar, Finance Department. Sachiv, General Secretary. Okay? Mantri, head of the intelligence. And Pandit Rao or Dand Adhyaksha, he was the head of religious matters. Every one of them participated in the war except Pandit Rao and Nyayadhish. Every one of them participated in the war. So Peshwas were who? Peshwas were the head or the prime ministers at that time. So head of the post of Peshwa was very important. Okay. Apart from this, what happened? There were 2 kinds of taxes that were being imposed during the time of the Marathas. One was Chauth and other was Sar Deshmukhi. So what is Chauth and what is Sar Deshmukhi? Okay. Chauth as the name suggests, 1/4. Okay. Now, specifically, 1/4 means if you do not want the Marathas to raid your territory, you should pay 1/4 as a tax to the Marathas. Okay. And there are certain lands that belongs to the Marathas, okay, that actually belong to the Marathas initially, but they have been conquered by the Mughals. So if you want that we should not attack those territories again, so apart from Chauth, you should also pay 10% additional tax, and that is called as Sar Deshmukhi. Very simple word. If you do not want Marathas to attack your region, pay 1/4 as a tax. That is Chauth. Secondly, the land over which Maratha claimed hereditary rights, pay 10% additional tax, that is called as Sar Deshmukhi. So Chauth and Sar Deshmukhi were the major taxes that were being levied bound by the Marathas. These are the important Peshwas, among which the most important Peshwa was Bajirao I. Okay, the most important Peshwa. So specifically, what do you need to remember about the administration of the Marathas? The administration of the Marathas was being taken care by the 8 important ministers referred as Ashtapradhan. Among them, the most important one was the Peshwa, also referred as the Prime Minister. There were 2 important taxes during that time, that is Chauth and Sar Deshmukhi. Chauth means 1/4. Like specifically, if you do not want the Marathas to attack over your territories, pay them 25% as a tax, that is Chauth. And secondly, if you do not want, Marathas claim hereditary rights over few regions. Okay. And in that case, these were the regions that actually belonged to the Marathas initially. So pay an additional tax of 10% apart from 1/4. That is called as Sar Deshmukhi. Hope so the points are clear. So just note down 8 important ministers. See, Pratap, I'll tell you, like you have a question, why didn't the Marathas become the Akhand Bharat ministers, Akhand Bharat rulers at that time? There was one reason. Marathas were majorly confined to the region of Deccan, first thing. After Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, there was a complete chaotic situation because what happened? Aurangzeb had conquered the region of Pune. He had killed Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj and he had imprisoned Shahu Maharaj, okay, the son of Shambhaji Maharaj. When Shahu Maharaj got released, what happened? The situation again was quite in turmoil. And after the death of the Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, who is considered as the last Chhatrapati, Peshwai system gained more prominence. Peshwas became the more important rulers in comparison to the Marathas. Apart from this, the Maratha family was disintegrated into 5 parts. Like the Holkars, they got settled in Indore, Bhosles in Nagpur, Scindias in Gwalior, then Peshwas in Pune, Gaikwad in Baroda. So due to internal squabbling, okay, the Maratha Empire started disintegrating. So they could not have a control over the major part of India at that time. Hope so the point is clear, Pratap. Madhav, you have a question. When did the Hindus started the practice of cremation or burning? I'll tell you one important thing. If you study about UPSC in depth and detail, and precisely if you study about history, I'm not talking about the Hindus, but there were certain practices that were prevalent during the time of Indus Valley civilization as well. Like Indus Valley civilization people, they practice something called as fractional burial. What is fractional burial? Like if somebody has died, they were being buried. And in fractional burial practices, if somebody has died, first they were being burnt. Okay. Their ashes were being collected in an earthen pot. And that pot was being buried. So in simple words, this is nothing but fractional burial practices. So the burning the dead or cremation, it was also prevalent from the time of Indus Valley civilization. Getting the points, Madhav? Pratap, is your answer clear? Madhav, is your question clear? Is your answer clear, Madhav? Okay, that's a different issue about the Marathi and so on. We should not go into the political aspects of that. Chalo. Now let's note down. Marathas the Chhatrapati was guided by 8 important ministers referred as Ashtapradhan. First, Peshwa. Second, Senapati, commander of the army. Nyayadhish, justice. Muzumdar, finance. Pant Sachiv, general secretary. Mantri, head of intelligence. It's not Dandadhyaksh, right here, Pandit Rao. Pandit Rao, head of religious matters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Dabir. Dabir, organizer of ceremonies. Himanshu, your question is, why is the Arnala Fort? Arnala Fort, it is located in Maharashtra, Palghar. Palghar district, I guess it is located. And I guess it is located on the region of an island. See, if you study the Mauryan Empire, you will come to know, understand about one thing, Durg, Kautilya's Arthashastra. So what is the meaning of the word Durg? Durg basically means fort. So there are different kind of Durg. Jal Durg, Dweep Durg. Okay. Then Vana Durg. One Durg means it is located in the forest. Jal Durg means it is surrounded by water bodies from all the side. Dweep Durg means it is located on an island. So I guess the Arnala Fort, it is located on an island, I guess. Okay. And in that case, the Arnala Fort, since it is located on an island, it is surrounded by water bodies from all the side. So it becomes quite difficult for the enemies to encroach that fort. Hence, the Arnala Fort was quite important for the Marathas. Okay. Got the points clear, Himanshu? Now please note down. Marathas levied 2 major kind of taxes. Chauth and Sar Deshmukhi. Dabir means organizer of ceremonies, Pratap. Chauth means 1/4 of the taxes. Sar Deshmukhi, additional levy of 10%. Additional levy of 10% on which the Marathas claimed hereditary rights. Additional levy of 10% on which the Marathas claimed hereditary rights. Okay, guys, so this was majorly about the Marathas. On Monday, for hardly half an hour, okay, maximum 45 minutes, I'll be focusing on the administration of the Mughals. I'll be focusing on the Vijayanagar Empire. And immediately I'll start with the modern India part. One thing clicked my mind, that rather than going for Sunday, we can also go on what we say marathon session on Independence Day, 15th of August. And 15th of August is on Saturday or Friday. Okay, so we can go for a marathon session at that time as well. Thanks a lot, Prakash. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the compliments. These compliments matter a lot. Thanks a lot, Prakash. Rahan, on the day when I take marathon, I will complete the history part. Okay. Okay, you want independent. Okay. 15th is better. Yes, 15th is a better. See, Kaaba, the movie Chhawa has not depicted the entire truth that I personally feel. Okay? That I personally feel. So, I have read the Marathi book called as, what we say, this Chhawa, written by Shivaji Savant. So, I have read that book. So, I have read that in quite depth and detail. Okay? Yes, I'll try to complete this as early as possible. Do not worry. We'll focus again the main points in modern Indian history. Okay. So, guys, with this, I'll stop my today's session. See you guys on Monday. Monday, I'll be covering these aspects that I have discussed previously. Okay. Adhai Din Ka Jhopda was constructed by Kutubuddin Aibak on the instructions of Muhammad Ghori. Sanidhya, for EPFO, you have to study a bit more, and I'll be telling you what needs to be studied for EPFO more. Okay? Okay. Okay, guys. So I'll stop my words for the day. See you guys on Monday. Please keep on revising the concept. I will upload the PPT by tonight. Apart from this, I will also upload the questions. Okay? Yes, thanks a lot, Pratna. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys, with this, I'll stop my words for the day. See you guys on Monday. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Yes, Shivani, I'll try to take a session on PYQs. I'll try to take one of the sessions on PYQs as well. Okay? Thanks a lot, Sanjay. Thanks, Mehak.